We Jews have always tended to sort of make fun of the Trinity. Oh, how can there be three that is one? If they've got this three-part God, even if they call it a triune God, a God that is three yet one, really they're pagans. They're not real monotheists like we Jews. So actually, one of the more radical conclusions that I came to, much to my own surprise, when I was writing this book, and this is not at all what I had intended to do, because in various ways that we could discuss if you're interested, I'm actually rather uncomfortable with my own conclusion here, but as a scholar, I gotta call him as I see him. One of the conclusions that I came to my shock, when I finished this book, is that we Jews have no theological objection to the doctrine of the Trinity. Theologically, I think that the model of the Trinity is an old, ancient Near Eastern idea that shows up in the Tanakh, and that in a different way shows up in Jewish mysticism as well. Fundamentally, the theological model used by Christianity, I think, is one model that shows up in our own sacred literature. It's interesting, if you read some of the church fathers, or some Christian commentators on the story of Abraham and the three visitors, they make a linkage between that story and the doctrine of the Trinity. Those three visitors become a harbinger of, a hint at the later idea of the Trinity. And you know what? This is one of those cases of a much later writer saying something that seems very removed from the text, but actually at some very deep level they're really correct, that there is a linkage between the Trinity, the theological intuition that's behind the idea of the Trinity and the theological intuition that is behind the story in Genesis 18.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Yasharet, Malachei Elyon, Ming Melech, Malchei Amlachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem LaShalom,